So it started again. Kind of not really a downward spiral, I suppose, but just little things I'm noticing, like last night, that are making me concerned about my mental health going back down again. As I said last night, there's absolutely no reason why it should be going down. I'm perfectly, in a logical sense, happy. I've got everything going right for me. I have no issues going on. But it's like there's something... It's gonna sound really weird. It's like there's a darkness growing in my brain. I know that sounds really weird. But like if you could open up my head in like a cartoon sense and like you see my brain, it'd be like there's a dark cloud kind of forming in the front of it. That's what it feels like, and that's a really weird thing to say, I know. And it's probably not even the best description, but that's just kind of, those are the kind of feelings I get when I start going down. Like I feel a heaviness, like it feels like right now someone's like kind of pushing on top of my head. Like I'm not feeling it in my body, but more just like if you put your hand on your top of your head, your palm, and you push down, feel that kind of pressure that goes through your scalp or through the middle of your head. That's the kind of pressure I feel. It like starts at around my forehead and it like moves its way back. It doesn't really go to the back of the head, it just kind of stays in the front to the middle. And it's a really weird feeling, and that's one of the feelings I get, is just that kind of pressure pushing my head down. And the other one I get is that I get like my body becomes really heavy, and I know that's not the clearest thing to say because I'm obviously not a small person, but I mean like it feels like I've got weights tying me down. Especially, and I know this could also be because I'm tired, but especially in the morning when I wake up, or like even when I get into bed, like if I get into bed in the middle of the day, it's like a weight that's pushing me down into the bed. Like if I was to lie down right now, I wouldn't want to sit up because there's like an immense weight just kind of pushing me down and like not wanting me to get up. And again, that could be attributed to laziness. It could be attributed to the fact that I take sleeping medication. I don't know, but those are the kind of feelings I get, is that kind of pressure, that darkness, and then that push, and then the feeling of heaviness. Those are kind of things that let me know that something's not right, or something's starting to build, if that makes sense. And again, I have no reason to be feeling this way. I actually feel shitty feeling this way because, as I said last night, there's a million, billions, lots of people that should be feeling the way I feel because of how shitty their lives actually are. Not me. I'm privileged white girl. And here I am going, I want to kill myself. How ridiculous is that? How selfish is that? You know, there's children and mothers and fathers and friends and family dying of diseases that can't be cured. And here I am going, I want to give up my life. There was a way to like trade places with someone that would probably make me feel less guilty about it, but you know, that's not how it works. You know, I kill myself and somebody that has a family dies, and that person didn't have a choice in it. And that's incredibly selfish of me, and I hate myself for feeling this way. And I've had it explained to me that you know, it's an illness and it's not something I can help, but I still feel so guilty because I feel like I should be able to help it. I feel like because of all the things I've got going right in my life, I should just be able to get over it. But I can't. There's people moving next door. You know, I've said this before, I look at my sister, someone who's in a lot of pain every single day, and at the moment she's going through a tough time because a lot of people around her are having babies, and because of her endometriosis, she at this point in time can't have babies because of the medications she's on to try and get through each day. And she would have every reason to want to end her life, whether it be to end her pain or because, I don't know, I'm not in her head, but I know I'm pretty sure she also has occasional or suicidal thoughts. I'm not 100% sure, but honestly, I wouldn't blame her. She's the type of person that I look at and go, you have a reason to not want to be here anymore. I don't. You know, I've just started a brand new job that I'm loving, and I want to kill myself. 3 weeks in. Not even 3 weeks yet. You know, how selfish can I... In the interview, and this I genuinely meant, it wasn't just something I was saying. I haven't been with a company for long term yet, and so that's what I'm really hoping to do with this company, is I really want to stay with them for, I don't know, I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know what's happening. I'm not sure if it's a child just crying or if something's happened, but oh, I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, poor thing. Oh, sorry. Don't mind me. Yeah, you know. So, I hope the child's okay. Sorry. You know, I said I wanted to have longevity with this company, and you know, 3 weeks in, I want to kill myself. Where's that promise that I made to them that I want to stick around? No, sorry. I want to kill myself. It's just, sorry, I'm listening to the child cry. I hope it sounds like a little girl. I hope she's okay. And I've been having really weird dreams lately. Been having a lot of nightmares to do with Clara. I think that's what I named her. Yeah, Clara. In the sense of her... It's going to sound really weird. In the sense of her, like, attacking me. Like, as in physically. Like, I've run into her somewhere and she wants to hurt me. Or, like, in another dream, she was hurting me. Like, every time I saw her, she'd, like, cut with her nails into my arm or into my leg. And the problem, what's making these dreams into kind of scary or nightmarish dreams, is that everyone's ignoring it. Like, she's either beating me up or hurting me, and no one cares. In the one I had where she was fighting me and she was punching me, they seemed to be rooting for her, like they wanted her to hurt me. And then in the one where she was scratching me, just no one cared. Like, I would say she's hurting me, and just they'd be like, no, she's not, it's fine. And it's just been really weird and scary. I don't know why it's scary, but I wake up just feeling really kind of sad and get scared after it. I don't know why. It's a really weird dream, and she's never physically hurt me. So I don't know what's causing this. It's really weird. I don't want to be having these dreams, you know. I know I've said that I'm a little bit salty about everything that happened. You know, I'm still a little upset. Maybe upset's not, confused. I want answers. I want to know what happened, because I really don't think... I just don't understand how, and this is only coming from my understanding of what happened and what I saw and I thought happened. To me, I don't get how me accidentally walking past her at the shopping centre, or from what she says, purposely walking past her at the shopping centre, created that big blow up. Like, I'm a glutton for self-punishment. I reread the messages a few weeks ago. I don't know if I made a video when I did that, and I felt so fucking shit about it. Like, calling me a manipulative bitch and all these names, it made me feel really shitty. And I truly don't believe I deserved that, but I'm also not sure. So I'm still confused, salty, whatever word you want to call it. But I'm not, like, when I talk about it this way and I'm explaining the story, I'm not, like, I still care about her in a way. Like, I've heard rumors of stuff that's happening with her, and I want to reach out and say, you know, I know we're not in a good place, but if you ever needed me, I'm still here for you. But I'm scared of her getting angry at me and calling me things again. I'm scared of her talking about me behind my back. And I've said this before, I get that when you're close to one person, but you're not as close to the other person, and the first person comes up and says, hey, you know, this is what happened, this is what went down, this is why we can't be friends with them anymore, and you're not as close to the person that they're saying we can't be friends with anymore, then I get kind of not wanting to hear their side of the story. But I did genuinely think that some of these people were my friends, especially the guys. I thought the guys were my friends. One of them was my drama group buddy since year 8. Like, we had done nearly every single group project together. We'd done a couple of scenes together. You know, I thought we were closer than that. I know there's a girl that I think there was a really bad communication with her, because I think for a lot of high school, either I thought she didn't like me or she thought I didn't like her. I think that was a really bad communication level. And I think when high school ended, I think it went back to her thinking that I was talking badly about her, or I was angry at her or didn't like her, and that was never the case. You know, I made to Clara and Hannah generalized comments, and sometimes like her name might come up, but it was never I don't like her situation. Like, I guess the best example was, and I did this a few times as well, so I'm not saying I'm completely innocent of it, but I really don't like people posting a photo and having the caption say, I look fat, or I look ugly, or, you know, things like that. And I know I think I've done that. I think I still might accidentally do that. I think in the video I said last night, I commented that I felt ugly, and it's more stating how I feel rather than, but like when it's a photo, you've still chosen to post that. And to me, if you felt ugly or fat or whatever, why would you post it? And I think in high school, I don't know if it was early or middle or late high school, I think she did that a little bit, which, you know, like, I think a lot of girls do that. So really, it was just that I saw her doing it. It wasn't a jab at her. It wasn't, oh, I hate her because she does this. It was more, I hate when people do this. Here's a person I know that does this, or a person I see do this. It was never ever, because she's actually a really sweet girl. She was, whenever we did kind of have that neither of us thought the other hated each other, she was always really nice to me. I always tried to make sure I was nice to her. I hope she saw that I was nice to her. You know, I can't say for certain because some things might be misinterpreted. I don't know if I ever said anything that could be misinterpreted. But, you know, I'm never going to 100% say, oh, I was always the best person, because, you know, people make mistakes. People make comments that can be taken more seriously than it's meant to. I don't know if I ever did that to her. If I did, I never ever meant to. She's a really, really nice girl. But, you know, she was kind of one of the ones I'd hoped might come talk to me, especially after the group messages. But it never happened, which, you know, like, it was a big expectation, or not even an expectation, a hope. It was a big hope for me to have, you know. I think it was a group chat of about 8 people, and there was only one person in there that I didn't know, that I never met, and no one came and talked to me. So Clara, who was sending the messages, and Jack, who was defending me because he was in the group chat, and then one person I didn't. So that's 5 people that I was close to in high school. Like, I remember when we were graduating, because I'm a big crybaby, we were graduating and we went up on stage for our graduation assembly, and we were all, you know, now I have, it was Queen's Don't Stop Me Now playing, so whenever I hear that song, I because I've been listening to a lot of Queen lately, whenever I hear that song, I kind of picture that moment again, and I remember crying because I was genuinely going to miss these people. And I thought they were going to miss me too. And I know it's a lot of expectations, you know. It's a lot of I should have gone and talked to them. I should have made contact. And there's no excuse as to why I didn't. I can kind of explain why I didn't, but it's not an excuse. It's not a reason. It's just kind of a, this is why I didn't do it. But it doesn't excuse me not doing it. And the reason I didn't do it is because after the breakup of Hannah, Clara, and myself, I didn't want... I was worried that I was going to go and seek contact or seek information, as in check up on them if I had contact to anyone that was close with them. So I cut off. This happened in the February, so we graduated in the November. We went on the cruise in January, and in the February, that's when I found out that they didn't want to be friends with me anymore. So, you know, I cut off everyone. And it wasn't like I was talking to people and then just stopped talking to them. It was you know, if we were friends on Facebook, I removed them from Facebook. And it wasn't a mean-spirited thing. It wasn't oh, you're friends with them, so now I don't want to be friends with you. No. It was more that I was so worried that I was going to try and seek contact that I wanted to remove every possible contact, even if that meant removing friends, mutual friends. And I think people did notice that and might have taken it personally, and maybe... You know, I have thought a lot of times about messaging that particular girl who may think that I hate her, and saying that I really, really don't, and that I hope she's doing well, but I'm just so scared of either being rejected or, and that sounds really weird, but I'm scared of that she won't care or she won't accept it, and that sounds really selfish of me, I know. But yeah, it's because I have thought a lot of time, especially about this girl. You know, not so much about the guys, because they've made it extremely clear that they don't want anything to do with me. But this one girl, I'll call her Gigi, I have wanted to message and say that I hope she's doing well, and that I did enjoy the good times, because we did have some good times. Like, I remember the carnivals in year 12. We took a really nice picture together. We had some really fun times in year 12. I think that was the closest we got with each other in high school. And, you know, I have really fond memories of her, and I hope that because of some stupid stuff I did that includes deleting everyone off Facebook, like now I only have... I think I've only got... what did I name my current best friend? Shit. I don't know what I named her. That's horrible. I don't know if I have named her. My current best friend, and Jack on Facebook. I think they're the only ones I have. Like, a couple people. I think I've got one guy that was in our year but left in year 9. I don't think I have anyone else. So it's not like a vindictive thing. It's not meant to hurt anyone. It was never ever personal. And I really, a part of me wants to make that clear, but a part of me is scared of getting rejected, and even more importantly, maybe upsetting her. Like, the last thing I'd want to do is ever, for a metaphorical sense, poke the bear. Like, I would never ever want to accidentally upset someone because I'm trying to make myself feel better, and messaging her and letting her know that in my mind I never had any issues with her would be to try and make myself feel better, which is a really selfish thing, but it would also be in the hope that that might answer any if she ever wonders if we're okay, would that answer any questions that she has? Yeah, so, well, 3 weeks of feeling relatively okay, and now I'm back to the shit, so gotta love mental health. Gotta love wanting to kill yourself. I shouldn't be making jokes about this. Alright, bye.